All right, Shalom. I like to start off by giving all praises, all blessings to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace to the elect, those pushing this word in all truth and in sincerity. Risking life and livelihood in doing so. All right, especially in this time. All right. Shalom to you women, you children who watch and who learn as well. All right. I'm gonna start this off with the scripture. Let's see. Ooh. 1 second. And here we go. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Scripture says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. Okay? And, for, 300, 400 years, all right? This Edomite, this devil, all right? The so-called white man, all right? He has oppressed, all right, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, all right? He has oppressed you, all right? And, and you should be mad. You should be mad, all right? You should be totally outraged, okay? You should be out of your mind mad, all right? Because, hey, hey, it is what it is, okay? I just did a video the other day where I brought out how the EEOC, that is the Equal Employment something, all right? But I know that they have these, at every job you go to, there is an EEOC, and their job is to, I went into it, their job is to enforce Title 7, all right, which says that there will be no discrimination on workplaces, so on and so forth, all right, and that's just not the case, all right. They don't do that. They don't they don't do that, all right. That's not what they do, all right. There's discrimination going on the workplace, okay. And a lot of these people are the JOOs, all right. I said I did a video on it, but I didn't go deep into the EEOC. All right, but I guarantee you, at the top of the EEOC is some JOOs, the J-Man 1948ers. All right, uh, Jewish people. All right. And there was another video that I also did where you had this consul, this Israeli consul to the U.S., who made the statement that, black youth in the U.S. are the enemy. Okay? We do these videos. We bring these videos out to you people, and you ignore them. Okay? A lot of you have become so submissive, all right, that your reply to this truth is that black people kill other black people. You got so-called Negroes who say that black people kill other black people, all right, without first looking at the reason that black people are killing other black people. And the reason being, for the most part, is that the so-called white man, he puts these weapons, he places these weapons into the hands of children and people who are not fit to operate these weapons. A gun is only a tool. All right, let me say that a gun is just like money. Okay, it is a tool. Okay, it becomes weaponized when the person who is using it doesn't have the knowledge to operate it, or on how to operate it. Okay, you could give, you could hand out, hammers. All right, put out hammers. All right, to these to Jake out here in the street, and guess what? You'll have a rise and an increase in people being unalived by the use of hammers. It just so happens that Esau wants to make guns in the hands of so-called Negroes. All right, especially they don't want that. All right, because you do have these Edomites who have this bloodlust. Okay, who have a bloodlust. Okay, and the EEOC, they read these people's backgrounds. All right, these individuals, they run to the EEOC like this individual did, the policeman. Okay, who shot this woman, who murdered this woman. She was murdered. She was executed. Okay, now you have the state police executing, or the sheriff, or whoever the fuck, however they relate. You have these people executing black people. All right. It wasn't too long ago you had a few of these policemen who were executing, people here in Chicago. All right. But the EEOC, after this man was canned or removed from 5 other jobs, the EEOC pushed for this Edomite. Okay, because you have to understand that the EEOC sponsors and pushes this type of agenda. All right. And not only the EEOC, all right, the state, I did a video, all right, and in which I said that Hey, I would prefer to live in the South than in the North. Okay? I would prefer to live down south than in the north, because down south, okay, at least you know where, those crackers, where those hunkies stand, man. All right? You know in the South that, how those hunkies will treat you. All right? And those are the hunkies you want to be around, man. Okay? Those are the ones you want to be around, man. Okay? You want to be around the ones who, who show an aggression. Okay? It's like a dog. Okay? If you walk into a gate and the dog gets to snarling at you, but then you know that dog is an unfriendly dog. He's showing you his teeth, okay, and he's snarling and growling. You know that's an unfriendly dog, okay? But dogs can be trained, okay? Dogs can be trained to where they don't growl, and you could walk. He'll let you walk in the gate, but then this dog will have enough sense to, once you have walked into that gate and close that gate behind you, okay, then he would begin to attack you, okay? And these dogs, back when I was growing up, they used to say, don't never buy a pit bull, because a pit bull attacks without provocation, which is the farthest thing from the truth. Pit bulls are some of the friendliest dogs that you can own, actually. They're quite smart. Not as smart as a, German Shepherd, but, they're quite smart. Okay, very smart. But, dogs like a German Shepherd, they're smart enough to know how to really kill you, all right? To take you out. And some of these other dogs, they're trained, and that's how the Edomite in the north is. Here in the north part of America, they are trained, okay, to not growl and snarl or bark. Yeah, they bring you in, all right? They bring you in, and then they attack you and maul you and destroy you. Okay? And they do it over, and it's like, they do it over and over again with you Jakes, man. All right? They do it over and over again. And and they just tear your ass apart. And then we're here to tell the story about your ass getting tore apart. Now here you are, notoriously, on all the wanted posters for tearing things apart, but yet you tear nothing apart. And I'm talking about you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right? You just, and now you've become so dumb to where you're saying that not all of them are, they're not all bad. They're not all bad, okay? But they call you black, okay, and call themselves white. And then they identify with it, but they're not all bad, okay? And so we're gonna do videos on you, and you know, have to bring that out because you know when I watched this video, I believe that Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai works in mysterious ways. All right, and something, it was something that was about this woman to me. Something was once those police came, something came upon her. Okay, something came upon her. All right, and I believe that it was a premonition. I believe that this woman had a premonition at some point when those hunkies came to her door. Now, see, they were both, and one hunky didn't stop the other hunky. Okay, he didn't say, "Man, put your fucking gun down, you fucking dickhead." No. Okay, he didn't give a shit. Okay, and you just can't blame the one hunky. Oh, let's look at this guy, this one hunky that did the shooting. You got to look at the hunky that was next to him, and then the hunkies that were around him, and then you got to hear what the fuck the statement that he made. Okay, he said, he made a straight out hunky ass statement. All right. He said she said something about Jesus and some hot water, and he kind of laughed. He chuckled about it, like he wasn't distraught that he just killed a woman. He wasn't fucked up about it. Listen, I've never killed a person. I've never dreamed. Matter of fact, that would be a horrifying nightmare for me. Okay, to have to kill someone, man. That is something that I do not imagine even doing. All right. So, for something like that to occur, and this guy just, he wasn't fucked up. He wasn't, oh God, why did I do it? How did it happen? He did none of that. This motherfucker was joking. Okay? He was joking. Because, 2/3 of you Israelites, you're jokes, man. You are a joke. You on the world stage. All right? You go back to, you go back to the War of Independence. All right? You go back to the War of Independence here in America. The enemies was, even though they were fighting the British, the enemy was the Negro. You go to the Civil War. Okay, well, the enemy was the Northern and Southern Kingdom at that time. So then, by the time of the Civil War, okay, the enemy was just the Southern Kingdom. All right. World War I. They fought World War I, and during World War I, even though they were fighting, the enemies of the world, the enemy was the Negro. World War II, they went again to fight all the enemies of the world. But the real enemy was the Negro. Okay? Look at it. Okay? You had the slave. He was the enemy. Then you had the sharecropper, during Jim Crow. He was the enemy. That was World War II. And then what war after that? You had the Vietnam War, okay, or the Korean War, okay. The Negro was the enemy. The Vietnam War, all right. The integrated Negro was the enemy. Desert Storm, okay? The urban, okay, middle class Negro became the enemy. And each war after that, and after that, you so-called Negroes are the enemies. Now they're talking China and Russia, and you niggas are the enemy. You're the enemy. Okay? Let me get another scripture. Let me see. I am spelling words wrong. That's why I can't find what I'm looking for. I'm not doing it intentionally. Deuteronomy 23:6 says, "Thou shalt not seek." Let me read that again. My voice started cracking. It says, "Thou shalt not seek their peace, nor their prosperity all thy days forever." And you got Israelites who are seeking this Edomite's peace. You know, you see it all, you see it in the industry. These niggas is coons. We've been telling you, fuck them entertainers, all right? They're coons, man. You can't seek this man's peace and prosperity. You gotta say fuck him on all ends, on every side. You have to say fuck this man, all right? And does that mean that you have to get violent with him? No. Just say fuck him. But you can't do that. So you have to call him. And when he comes, he says, fuck you. Right? And blows your brains out. Now you got and this woman had a 17-year-old. I don't know how many other kids she had. But she had a 17-year-old son. He's somebody just shot your fucking mother, man. Can you, in the face? Okay? And you hollering gang, gang. Just shot your mother in the face, man. And laughed about it. Laughed in her house after he shot her in the face. Thou shalt not seek their peace, nor their prosperity all thy days forever. And a lot of you Israelites are in that mind state to seek a westernized prosperity. That's what you're looking for. And guess what? You are not going to gain peace in doing so. Because this devil is going to find a way to subvert your peace. He's going to find a way to stop you from having peace. You talk about you don't want to deal with the nigga woman because she don't want to give you peace. Well, guess what? This devil, this hunky, definitely don't want you to have peace, man. He definitely don't want you to have peace at no time. And like I said, as a young child, I went to school with Edomites, all right? And the only peace then as a child, okay, under their rule that I got was after I had to whoop their ass. Okay? I had to whoop that ass, put a foot in their ass, all right? Which was really quick, okay? It wasn't an everyday thing, just a foot in a swift foot to their ass, okay, and they understood that I wasn't with their program. All right, now you had other Jakes who was with their program. All right, and they did things that I probably didn't do. All right, because Esau would go on trips and but and take them. They endured that, but I wasn't for none of the bullshit. All right. See, a lot of you Jakes, you mess around with this devil, man, and you fuck around and find out, man. Like this woman, somebody might was fucking around outside her house or whatever, okay? But she called them, and you know what? She fuck around and found out. And when they arrived, she had that premonition. She saw it. She saw what was about to happen to her, and it was disturbing her. She saw it in her head, and she was like, she was like, this can't be. You know what I'm saying? I rebuke, and then she, I rebuke you, because she was trying to rebuke what she was seeing in her head that was transpiring, and that's just my belief, because she was in disbelief. And then when it actually happened, she bowed down, this woman bowed down, and this devil shot her in the face. Shot her in the face. Okay? And then it gets even worse than that. And then the sheriffs, they said that this woman committed suicide. So her family, she had a mother, she had a father. They told her mother and father she had committed suicide. This is Ezekiel 7 and 25. All right. And then the app is definitely, the app don't want to work. Just cut off. I mean, come on. Start at 2:22. It says, my face will I turn also from them, and they shall pollute my secret place. All right. So the Lord has turned his face from you Jakes, man. Okay. Ultimately, you want to be African American. You want to be this westernized American. You want to be, have a love affair with this devil. You're going to fuck around and find out. Okay. For the robbers shall enter into it and defile it. And then that's Amalek. All right. So-called white man. It says, make a chain, for the land is full of bloody crimes, and the city is full of violence. Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen, okay, and they shall possess their houses. The worst of the heathen is Amalek, okay, the JOOs, 1948ers, okay, Jewish people, if you will. Yeah, I say it again, Jewish people, if you will. The J-Man, all right. Small hats. They are the worst of the heathen, and then after them, you have the rest of the Edomites. Okay? Your Germans, your Australians, your Americans, okay? South Africans, so on, some Russians. And they shall possess their houses. I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease, and the holy places shall be defiled, as we are seeing today. Now you have Palestinians bombing and Amalek, fighting over land that is not theirs. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Okay? And that's what's wrong with you 2/3 of our people, man. Even some Israelites, they're talking about prosperity. That prosperity they're talking about is the prosperity that comes from Esau. These other Israelite groups. Okay? Can't get it right. Okay? Now, the brother, I'm going to call him Brother Hassad, all right? He going into the scriptures, he kind of dropped the ball on the prophecy, all right? Now, I will say that at one point in time, listen, I felt the same way too, all right? But here's the thing. See, that's that flesh, man. I'm just, sidebarring from this, this lesson, but, that's that flesh, okay? You want to, you want Esau to do it so you could devour his ass, because that's what I was thinking, all right? I was like, yeah, and Esau's going to raise up again, and we going to beat his ass down. Esau's going to, try to come to power, all right? But like I said, a few days ago even, I had a dream that, and as I was walking out of the door from this dream, I looked on the TV, and there were, possibly Arabs, or I figured that they were East Indians, okay, celebrating, okay. They were in great celebration, all right, because something very, disastrous had happened to America, okay. Those weren't Russian people that I saw on the TV, and the name of the place was like a Desh, like Bangladesh, or some East Indian, all right. It sounded, they looked at East Indian, all right. But yeah, once we want, the flesh wants Esau to jump, to try to pull some more shit, because you want to use that spiritual power on Esau, man. You want to crush and devour, okay, Esau, man. Yeah, I get it, man. You want, your flesh wants to, fuck the Edomite up, man. And that's what I was, and that's what was, that flesh wants to eat, okay? So, that flesh wanted to devour those, break in pieces, okay, the nations, all right? So you're like, yeah, them Edomites, they gonna raise back up, they gonna come back to power, and so I'm gonna fuck, we gonna be able to fuck them up, with the spiritual power, and that's what you're thinking, but that's not what's going to happen, okay? Once those nukes, okay, because, you have to understand, the majority of those nukes are going to hit the U.S., All right, the majority of them, but those other lands, they're still going to get hit, man. Okay, Russia, and you have to understand this is Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai's army, those nukes. Okay, so they're going to hit those other lands, man, and those other lands are going to be totally crippled, man. Okay, those other lands are going to be totally crippled, and these weapons that you're seeing right now, as the saying goes. There's a saying, if world, what did they say in the movie Oppenheimer? He said, I believe it was what's his name? Not Eisenhower. Fuck, the J-O-O. He may be a Jake. I forgot his name. Supposed to be the real smart guy. Einstein. Is that out? Yeah, Einstein. Albert Einstein. All right. He said, I believe it was him who said, if World War III or something is fought with nukes, then World War IV shall surely be fought with stones or something. Okay, sticks and stones. Okay. And because guess what? After these nukes go off, man, okay, then they're not going to destroy the whole earth, okay? They're going to be sent to where the Lord wants them to go. Moab's going to get smacked up. Ammon, all right? All those places are going to get smacked with nukes. All of those enemies, the Arabs, okay? They're going to get smacked, man. So, it's not going to be no, them flying planes, man. When those nukes go off, EMPs, that destroys electricity and circuits, short circuits, chips and stuff like that, man. Okay? Melts them out, burns them out. So there's not going to be any, the powerful people would maybe be the Afghanistans, all right, Afghanistanians, all right, up in those mountains, okay. Those people who who live without modern technology, all right. Yeah, so at one point in time, I did feel that way, and I was because you want that to happen, all right, but that's the flesh. You dig through the scriptures, and it's just not there. So so after those nukes go off, Esau it's not coming. The Russians are not going to rule. The Chinese are not going to rule, and that is the deterrent from them using. That's why they waited so long to use it, because they want to they know that once they do that, then that's just it. Okay, that's just it. But going back to this topic, all right. With oppression making a wise man mad. This is it, man. Okay. So Ezekiel 7:25, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Okay, mischief shall come upon mischief, and tumor. Wait, man, I said tumor. I'm seeing shit. And rumor shall be upon rumor. Okay. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priest and counsel from the ancients. All right. So, there's going to come to a time, there's also going to come to a time to where this word is, you people are not going to hear this word anymore. And a lot of you people have been listening, all right? But guess what? You've been bullshitting, okay? You've been playing. And so in that time of mischief, which will be Jacob's trouble, a lot of you are going to be lost out there, man. So, it may be the deacon, it may be the brother, it may be the high priest, all right? Big brother almighty, all right? These people who've already planned, they got these big congregations and saying, when things get rough, we're going to do this. And that's not what's going to happen, okay? Because there's only one plan, there's only one route to go, and that's the route of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and you people don't know it. And it's evident, you're showing that you don't know it, okay, in that day. So, with that being said, hey, Lord willing, you edified. Till next time, shalom.